Black Isle, just north of Inverness. The Black Isle is a peninsula on the south side of the Cromarty Firth. The village of Culbokey, with a population of about 300, overlooks the Firth. This is where Elizabeth Sutherland lived. This is the family home, Dunrobin. It's on the outskirts of Culbokey, on the road towards the next village, Munlochy. Only 5 feet tall, Elizabeth was also known as Totsy. Her husband, Kenny, is a builder, and they've a son, Stephen. On the morning of Monday, September the 24th, Totsy dropped off her other child, Jane, at the village school.
Right, darling. Cheerio. See you later. Watch yourself.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Her next stop was to pick up the morning paper.
Morning, Alice.
Morning, Tots.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheerio just now.
Cheerio.
By 12 o'clock, after calling at her parents' house, Totsy was home and finishing off the housework. Then, about 12:30, she walked the 50 yards down to her parents' house to see her sister.
Jean? Oh, it's you. What you doing back again?
Just back to see those barrels we bought.
Uh-huh.
See if they fit in the pots.
Really? Oh, mine are fine. Look at
Are
this.
they?
Totsy was always active in village life. That day, she and her sister Jane were planning for the local bulb show.
They run fine with mine.
I think we might win something there.
Oh, I think so. I think we've got a good chance at this year. Definitely. Uh-huh.
I was thinking of planting some in the garden. You know,
Really?
this afternoon, uh-huh.
Oh, well, that'd make a nice display for the spring, wouldn't it?
At about the same time, a mile away, this lorry driver finished his break and set off up the Mount Eagle Road. The road goes by the Mount Eagle transmitter in the direction of Culbokey. A mile further on, he'd passed the Sutherland's house. As the lorry drove along the single-track road, a red Cavalier car tried to get past. The driver remembered that the registration number ended with a T.
You know what you're doing now? I'll see you later anyway.
Right.
She's back.
Okay, then. I'll see you later.
Totsy left her sister after chatting for no more than 10 minutes. Meanwhile, the lorry driver noticed the red Cavalier again. It was now parked, with the driver apparently gone, and less than a quarter of a mile from Dunrobin. The lorry driver saw Totsy as he passed the house. The time, according to his tachograph, was 12:38. This was the last time she was definitely seen alive. Strangers and strange cars stand out in a small community like Culbokey, and several incidents were noticed that day. At 1 o'clock, this cyclist was seen heading into Culbokey village. He had a hat and a fawn coat. The police have never been able to trace him. At 1:35, a man was seen on the Dunkerston Road walking towards the village. He too has never been traced. And then between 2 and 4, another Cavalier, this time a white one, was seen by 2 different witnesses, parked here, only a few yards from the house. At about 4 o'clock, Jane Sutherland came home from school. Sometime in the previous 3.5 hours, her mother had been stabbed to death in the house. her 9-year-old daughter discovered the body.